Good morning, everybody. It's been a while since I talked to you guys. You've seen me, but it's currently 7:50 in the morning, November 24th. And as you can see, the sun is doing me right this morning. I mean, the lighting is... Hello, how are you? I don't have on a bunch of makeup because it's so early in the morning, and my day isn't really crazy. I only have two reverse mortgage closings today. But I wanted to take you guys on this adventure because this is a long distance signing. For those of you who are in Michigan and are familiar with Michigan, I'm in the Livonia area, close to Livonia area, and I'm traveling to Harson's Island. If you know where that is way east. That's past East Point, that's past Grosse Point, way past there. It's on a literal island. So let me tell you this. I want to tell you the story of how I got this signing. So this offer came from a signing service that I signed up for a long time ago, probably back in the beginning of this past summer. I haven't gotten any signings from that service though, so I honestly kind of forgot about it. But yesterday, it just came out of nowhere. It was for reverse mortgage signing. And so I jumped on it. The pay was really good. So when I got the offer, I typed in the zip code because I wasn't familiar with Harson's Island. I didn't know where that was. So I typed in the zip code. And I don't know, maybe I tapped on the wrong city. I think that's what happened. But to me, it looked like it was still on the mitten, in Michigan, not across the water somewhere. So I accepted it. This was the 22nd that it came, and I didn't hear anything back until the next day. And the lady called me. She's like, "Hey, are you still available for this signing on Harson's Island?" I'm like, "Yeah." She says, "Okay, well, what would your pay be for that?" So I told her my amount, and she's like, "Okay, I can honor that due to having to take a ferry." And so as she's still talking, my brain was like I was speechless. I was like, ferry? So I went straight to my phone. I went to Google Maps and I typed in Harson's Island. And sure enough, it's an island. You have to take a car ferry to get there. So I panicked just a little bit, but then I told myself, I said, you know what? I can turn this into an adventure. I love to see new parts of Michigan. Why not? It doesn't, looking at the map, it's not like I'm having to go on this journey to get to this one property. It's a car ferry. I don't have to get out the car. It's easy. To get there, it's not that hard. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. My day, it really was kind of freed up, so it's not like I had other signings to worry about getting to. It's going to take me about an hour and a half to get there. So this is just going to, I'm going to vibe out to my music. Yeah. Maybe I'll get some coffee. I don't know, but it's a beautiful day. The sun's out. It's not really cloudy. Why not? And I'll take you guys with me. And while on the way, I guess I'll just update you on my life and what has developed. But I'm about to get out, get some gas. I'll be right back. All right. So, yeah, I took it. It's a new experience. Why not? I don't have anything holding me back from not doing it. I thought that this would be a good way to get in with this signing service, so hopefully maybe I'll receive more signings from them. They were very responsive, very nice. I wasn't on hold for hours. They answered the phone, they answered my questions, they were very descriptive, so far so good, and they honored the price that I gave them. So yeah, that's that. Well, I got a new car. I got a new car, you guys. So grateful, so happy, excited. Just happy to be able to move a little farther, go a little farther with my work, be able to market myself a little farther than I have. Take signings that I usually passed up on because my other car that I had, it was an older car. It was an '03 Buick. So I think I babied that car a lot because, I didn't want it to wear out sooner than it should have. I just wanted to get the most out of it, so I kind of just didn't do certain things because of my car. And I guess, people would say, I guess it was holding me back, but that car got me to where I am now. I'm grateful for that vehicle. Went through a lot in that car, driven through many of snowstorms, so it was a decent car, and honestly, if it hadn't been going through if what happened hadn't happened, I still would have had that car, honestly. There was nothing really wrong with it, but how we got to this point. So my first car was a 98 Nissan Maxima. I got that car probably back in 2013, 14-ish. I brought that car from a dealership with the help of one of my aunts, but I brought that right out cash. I think it was $3,000 or $3,500, one of those. Yeah, I brought that car, and that was a good car. It was cool. I was I was in college, so that really helped or whatnot. I want to say 2016, 17, I got another car with the help of my mom, and that was the Buick, the '03 Buick. I brought that from an auto shop in Grosse Pointe that I used to always go to. They did good work. I trusted them, and they sold cars. So I say, why not? I'll just, look what they have, see what they have, and I saw a car, and I bought a car from them. So yeah, the car was good. It got me to where I need to go. No complaints. Of course, yeah, I had issues at a certain point. After so long, the car needed work, but it was never anything that I never spent thousands of dollars on anything. Probably a few hundred, but I think the biggest thing on that car I had to repair was to get a new radiator. But yeah, so up until the past 2 months, I've started to have issues with the coolant system. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm driving, but I started to have issues with the coolant system to where it wouldn't overheat to where it was smoking, but the gauge just kept going back and forth. It would never stay, in one spot. And it got to the point to where nothing helped. So I would put antifreeze in there, things like that. Took it to get a flush. That didn't help. So it was kind of reaching to a point to where, okay, I need to take this in the shop and get whatever needs to be fixed. So I took it to the shop, and a few hours later he calls me and he says, yeah, long story short, it's either a new engine or a new car. And of course they recommend that I don't put all thousands of dollars into that car just to have to fix something else months later. And it made a lot of sense, but I was not, mentally I was not prepared to buy a new car. I was gonna wait until January, like the first of the year, to look into that. So I was a little nervous, I was stressed out. I felt like I was being pushed in a direction that I was trying to wait to go in. And, that was probably the universe pushing me, saying, hey, it's time for a change. You can do this. You got it. You're ready for it, So I went to pick up my car. It still had issues that it had. And got home. I jumped right on the computer. Researching dealerships, looking at, other used cars. Because my third car, which is this one, was actually I wasn't going to finance. I didn't want to finance. I wanted to buy another car right out, another used car. And then my next car was going to be, off the lot, financed, whatever. Like a new car. And it just didn't happen that way. I found a dealership. I said, you know what, let me try them. I called them. He says, yeah, we can get you in something. We can help you out. Don't worry. I made the appointment the very next day. And this is November 4th, actually, is the day that I went. And got there to my appointment literally maybe 2-3 hours later. I was approved for a car, and I walked out with, I didn't walk out with the car, but I walked out technically with one. So, here we are in a 2018 Chevy Malibu. I'm extremely proud of myself. I'm happy for taking that step, not being afraid, and just going for it. I'm proud of the hard work that I have put in to get to this point. And this is to any of you guys that are afraid to do something, procrastinating or holding out on it. If it's time for you to change, it's time for change, and the universe is going to push you in that direction, and you are going to change. And it's going to feel good, and I feel good for doing it. I'm so happy that I made this decision instead of going and just getting another old used car. Because eventually I would have ran into the same issues in 6 months to a year, having to do new repairs on unknown issues. So I'm happy that I did this. I love the car so far. It's simple. There's not a bunch of buttons and gadgets to try to figure out stuff. I have a touch screen. I don't know what you call it. I'm not a car enthusiast, but it's a touch screen. And I have Apple CarPlay. It's a push to start. It has a remote start. It's cool. I like it. And so far, since I've had the car, I've been able to take way more signings than I had before. I've been able to really make more money. And to be more successful. And this is just taking me to the next level. And I'm so grateful for that. Update number 2, I am working on marketing myself a lot more. So I just purchased this book called Book Yourself Solid by Michael Porter. It's a good book so far, but I just signed up to, made a Linktree account to have, market myself there. So I can share it on my social media, and people or companies can go to that account and click on different links to different things about me so they can find information or whatnot. So that's one thing I'm working on. But the biggest thing that I've decided to do is make a website. So I've been working on that. I've been enjoying that. It's been fun. I'm I'm still having to do research and stuff, but yeah, I've started on my website. I chose to go with Wix.com, W-I-X. I know you guys know of that. But so far the template that I chose to use looks really good. I'm just having to really sit down and make sure I verbally market myself the right way. So my bio page, I want that to sound extremely professional, and I just want to expand. So I'm working on expansion. I've been a notary for a year now officially. I'm proud of where I came. I'm proud of where I'm going. Those are the biggest updates. That's about all that I can think of. So I have a ways to go, so I'm just going to vibe out, turn my music on, and I will come back closer to when I get closer to the ferry in that area. I'll come back. So hey y'all, so I just got to the ferry and it's $12 a round trip. So, and it's starting to approach. So let me get my bearings together because I don't know how this works. So here we go. That's the ferry there, and it says turn off your headlights. So yeah. So there are cars getting off of the ferry, and you don't pay until you get on the ferry. Yeah, but it's beautiful around here, all this water, and I would be nervous to live on the water because of flooding and stuff, but I guess that's just one of those things that you prepare for. Y'all, I done rolled up on this ferry and I'm sitting, okay? It's kind of awkward though. So I'm currently on Harson's Island. It's very woody. There's this nature everywhere, as you can see. Trees. I mean, there are homes. I just passed them, but of course, they have surrounded by trees and grass, and yeah. Person's home. I'm really early. I wasn't supposed to be here until 10, and it's currently 9:10, so I'm 40 minutes early, which I guess I don't think he'll mind. I'll get in and get out, and his home is beautiful, by the way. Oh, and it's on a lake. I love it. So I'm gonna go in here and I will return. I'll let you know how it went. Hey y'all, so I finished the signing. I got there probably around 9:15. No, 9:10. 10 minutes after 9. But the signing wasn't until 10. So I was 40 minutes early. However, he didn't have a problem with it. And on top of that, I'm glad I got there early like I did. I didn't leave till probably 10:40, so I was there probably a little over an hour and a half. You guys, I'm sure you guys know this by now. With reverse mortgages, you want to definitely leave some time in between your next signing, because you never know what kind of signer you're going to get. Of course, they're more than likely senior citizens or elderly, so they move a lot slower. They sometimes ask more questions, or sometimes, a lot of times, they want to read over a lot of stuff. So you want to make sure that you have enough time to be patient with them, right? So you're not running into being late to your next appointment or having to rush them, because they have the right to take the time they need, especially, you know, being the age that they are. So I'm glad that my day has pretty much opened. I do have a 2 o'clock. It's for another reverse mortgage in Warren, so that's not as far. Luckily, I'm going to get back by 12, so I have more than enough time to print out that package and be ready for that one. But I'm glad I did what I did, and I left the time in between that I did, and I didn't accept any signings any earlier, because I really would have been pushing it. But yeah, it went really well. He was a really sweet guy. I'm gonna attach a photo of his backyard. It was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just pure lake, tree line. I loved it. Yeah, didn't run across any issues. You know, he of course took a little longer because he has arthritis in his hand, but all in all, it went well. I saw a different part of Michigan. Glad about that. The ferry was really easy. You know, I didn't have to really talk to anybody. When I drove my car onto the ferry boat, you know, the guy comes up to your window. I paid $16 round trip. So you just pay that one fee to get across, and then when you come back, you don't have to pay because you already paid. So you just get on the boat and then drive off. So overall, this experience was super easy. I'm glad that I accepted this signing. I'm glad that it went well. So now just moving on to my next appointment. So yeah, I got about 45 more minutes and I'll be home. So I'll check in with you later when I get my 2 o'clock ready. Alright, with my 2 o'clock, the documents haven't been uploaded. I haven't heard anything, so I'm gonna keep my eye out for that. Luckily, I don't have any signings until 7. I picked up a 7 o'clock refinance, so I'm waiting on, well, no, those docs have been uploaded, so I can actually, I'm gonna go ahead and print those out when I get back, and prepare for that. That's gonna be easy peasy. But until then, in between then, I'm waiting. I'm going to be on standby for an update on my other reverse mortgage closing. So yeah, but so far so good. The day is going well. It's going smooth. The sun is kind of out. You know, it feels good. It's not freezing. I think it's in the 40s. Yeah, just a Wednesday, middle of the week, but it's going well. No complaints here. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving and you spend it with your loved ones, who you decide or want to spend them with. Or if you don't have any family, I hope that you still feel loved by somebody and, you know, in good spirits and good health. And literally as I'm talking, the documents just got uploaded. I just saw a notification on my phone. So that's that. I guess I'm going to go back and get that printed out and go get my 2 o'clock done. But yeah, happy Wednesday. Hey y'all. So I want to say about maybe a couple hours have passed, maybe an hour and a half. I'm almost, actually I'm about to stop at UPS to review these documents one more time and then drop them in UPS. I did my second reverse mortgage today. It was scheduled at 2, but it got delayed. So finally finished it. Went really well. Unfortunately, the backstory on that one is he actually signed these documents 1 or 2 weeks ago, but I guess the documents got lost in the mail, so he had to do the process all over again. So I'm going to hope and pray this time around, whatever happened doesn't happen again, and these documents get where they have to go. But the benefit of that, I didn't have to, sit there and, go through the whole verbal process of describing all of the documents, because he had saw them before and he already went through them. He was just kind of, you could just give it to me and I'll sign, tell me where to sign, and we can just go. So I didn't complain about that. So it went really smoothly, went by fast. So yeah, I'm kind of dying down now. As you can see, I'm getting a little tired. I think it's mainly just from the driving, because that was only my second signing today. So I'm not tired from working, because I haven't done that much work. It's the driving. But yeah. And I'm not done. I have a 7 o'clock tonight, and that's not far from me. It's in Westland. That's about 15-20 minutes. So that one should go by fast. But I'm not complaining, It's just a day in the life, I guess. I just thought I'd take you guys on this adventure that I've been on today. It was really this morning. That was rare, so why not document it? I'm glad I did. So, I don't know. I think this is it for today. I don't think I need to broadcast my 7 o'clock. Plus, it's going to be pitch dark outside, so you won't be able to see me. And it's just a refinance, so it's really nothing to call home about. So I will check with you guys later. I'm working on being more consistent and kind of getting into a flow of things. It's kind of been tough the last few months or couple months, especially dealing with my car situation. That really had my attention all this time. So now that I'm kind of in a new space, and my head space is a little bit more clear, not having to worry about my car, I can kind of get back to making videos, and so you guys can see my face a little more, because I do enjoy talking to you guys, and I love seeing your comments and love and likes and stuff like that. So I want to get back to my series, heal and chill. I wanted to do that every Friday, but as you can see, life happens, and I don't know, it was tough for me to keep up with that. So I want to get back to that as well. And I also want you guys to kind of see a little bit more of my everyday life, who I am, and just kind of what I'm into as a person, not just a notary. So it was good talking to you. I hope you stuck around the whole video, and if you did, thank you very much. Yeah, this year is almost over, and I hope that this year was abundant and you guys were extremely productive this year, and you accomplished some goals, and next year will be even better. So I am tuning out. This is, peace, love, positivity, and abundance always, from me to you.